haven't recorded in a long time, but I'm going to talk about some things. First, I have a mirror right here because I'm going to do my hair. This is moringa herb with avocado oil, and I've been having it in here for months on months, over 6 months, in a dark space. Shake it up every now and then, but I'm gonna use it as a hair mask while I'm talking. And I have some mullein and dandelion leaf tea. The herbs still, stay away from the packs. I mean, if that's all you have, that's all you have, but those little packs are full of I want to talk about products too for my face. So my skin right now, I was using the not coconut, don't mind me, I haven't recorded in a minute, okay? I was using the rice every night, and ooh, that was doing me well. Then I went to California, and it just I didn't do it when I was there. So when I came back, and now I can't make no more because I don't have a pot anymore. I gotta get a pot, but so I made some crazy decisions for myself. Not crazy, I mean, I think they're really good decisions. So I was doing school, right? It's called, I don't know how this works. It's a conscious community college. And I was going for an integrative healing arts practitioner diploma, spiritual coaching, life coaching, so I can marry people, hold ceremonies in a professional manner. The things that I plan to do now, that I know how to do now, I was learning other stuff so I can just get the diploma, because some people won't take you serious unless you have a piece of paper that says you've spent some time doing it. So we're studying this week religions and also our intuition, reading up on stuff. And I was having to study Hinduism and Buddhism at the same time. You know, everybody learns differently. So while I was having to study Hinduism and Buddhism and also read another book for intuitive guidance, which is something I believe all of us are able to tune in and tap into without reading a book or going to a school for, I was having to read both of those and study all of that and do a lot of assignments within a week, while also being a mom, a wife, and healing myself, because I'm still healing and going through stuff. So I came to the conclusion that I'm gonna stop going to school, and I'm gonna stop trying to find a school, and I'm gonna stop trying to obtain a piece of paper to prove to people that I'm able to help people, because I have helped so many people already, and I don't think I give myself enough credit on that part. I know I don't, but it's kind of hard not to when the people that you have helped act like you didn't help them, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm able to trust myself enough to know that the time that I have now, I need to be spending it on myself, truly on myself, because in 2020, when I first had my spiritual awakening and I began this journey and all this stuff, I never took the actual time for myself. And I'm gonna go down the timeline with you guys because it tripped me out. It was a pattern. It was a pattern that I didn't recognize until the other day when I wrote it down. So in 2020, I got out of the cuckoo home, and I had a lot of money in that time. And although I was aware of my trauma and how things work and stuff, like not fully, but I had an idea, I was still going through it. I was still on medication for a while, for depression and PTSD and anxiety, I was still going through it. I was still toxic. I was still putting up with shit. I was just aware, but not to the point where I was making a change. All I know is when I had got out, I started this makeup thing and I started selling makeup, making my own makeup, because since I was younger, I've always loved makeup because I was insecure and I was just brought into it, So I had this idea that I loved makeup, and I guess it was like kind of trending. Everyone was making makeup and doing this and selling lashes, and I had money, and I was like, well, maybe this would work out, and I can, like I don't know. I just love doing makeup, and I was really good at makeup. I was really good, and I eventually got bored of that. So after I got bored of that, I was like, I realized some things, and I was like, I have really bad skin. I should go to school to learn about the skin and how to care for the skin. And that's when I was going to begin to go to school for an aesthetics. I don't know, AE. I don't know how to say this word. I always forget. But I think you know what I'm talking about, working with the skin and all that. So I got everything situated. I went and I was about to start, and I realized that we were putting chemicals on the skin. And I was aware enough at that point that I wanted to live more naturally, Although I was still wearing makeup on my face because of insecurities, I didn't want to learn something that I didn't want to pursue. I guess I told myself, but maybe it was because I just didn't know how to commit, Didn't know how to commit. So I just didn't go. I didn't do that. And so time went by, and another big change that I made was moving back in with my boyfriend and his mom and his siblings. So I feel like I was always, like, if something wasn't happening, I had to make something happen because I didn't know how to just be with myself. It was like, I need the next thing to happen. Without saying that or knowing that, now I know, but it was just like something that I was just like acting on, impulse, So I moved back over there, and I started looking into this other school, and it was a conscious community college. Oh wait, no, before that, I started selling the skincare when I moved over there. Like Prana Mama, that's what I call it. And like, I still think that was a beautiful experience because it's holistic skincare, mind, body, soul, spirit. But then I realized the root of skin conditions and hair conditions is because of our lifestyle, underlining problems within our body. Our skin, we break out and stuff like that. It's because our body is telling us it doesn't like something, or I don't know, it's something, okay? Specific, it's pushing out toxins. Same with eczema, psoriasis. Something ain't going on good inside. So instead of putting a band-aid over it with allopathic care, which is like store-bought chemicals and face products, I was like, yeah, let's use natural herbal products to try to heal it instead. But it's like with tea. I can't drink this tea and not eat well and still eat processed bullshit all the time, and sodas and coffee and still be stressed out and still be indulging in drama and not being active and not taking care of my mind, body, soul, spirit in one. I can't expect herbs to just fix something if I'm not doing my part. So I stopped selling that because I was like, you know, it's a lot of work, this and that. Giving myself, you know, feeding into my reasonings, but also because I can't sell to people that don't want to change their lifestyle around. I can't. It's wasting my product and it's wasting my time. Everyone wants natural things and to heal holistically with herbs, but nobody wants to really change because it's uncomfortable and it's hard. But if I can do it, you can do it. So there's no excuse really. So after I ended that, I found the Conscious Community College and I absolutely adore it. And since I was already using my social medias as guiding people and helping people, and I was already coaching people for free and stuff, I was like, I need to do something and I need to make some money. So I don't know if I could make money without a certificate, you know? And I absolutely love helping people, but if this is something I want to do, it only makes sense that I need to generate some type of income from it. It's an exchange, you know, it's a service. I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing for free. I shouldn't be giving out things that I done extensive research on and I paid for mentors to teach me for free. I feel like nobody should be doing that. You know, it's a service. Just like if I were to make a product, I wouldn't give it to you for free. It's the same thing. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, and it was for a holistic health coach. And I was doing it, and I was living with my boyfriend's mom at the time and them, and it was just like really toxic over there, you know? It's nobody's, people go through things and they're not aware of how they act affects the people around them. But I took it really personal and I was really drained, and I was being the mom too, and I was like going through all the stuff over there and like how they were and my relationship, and I was still figuring things out on my own. So it was just a lot, and I decided to stop within the 45 days of the pre-visionary enrollment. I decided to stop, and I got really like down about it. Tried talking to my parents about it, and it was just like looked down upon to want to do things my way. And I was just like, I didn't stand in my power. Last year I wasn't standing in my power. I was really hurt and took things way too personal, even though I tried my best not to, and I tried to help other people not to. It's just really hard at first, so I understand, you know? It's really hard at first. But so during that time, and I stopped doing the school and everything, what I did start doing was partying and going out. And we let this girl I knew move in, and it was just a bunch of drama, and I lost sight of myself. I was drinking a lot, and this and that. I sold my car. I actually traded my car. I traded my freaking car for a car that stopped working within a week, my baby Jeep. Still not working. And I was just like always drinking and going to parties, and my sister was like, yeah, Savannah, let's have a party. Yeah. But they were fun, boy, let me tell you that. But I was just neglecting myself. And so I started, we moved, you know. I stopped drinking on October 31st, and I haven't, well, I drank some sake, it's called. I drank like a little tiny bit of that when I was in California, but other than that, like, I'm not a drinker. Like, I'm no longer an alcoholic, and I love that for me, you know? But besides the point, so then I started, 6 months had to go by before I could go back to school because I wanted to go for something else without knowing why I stopped was because I was emotionally and mentally drained, and I was going through it. And I needed time for me because I didn't know how to balance. I didn't know how to balance myself out. So school ended up calling me again, the Conscious Community College, and they were like, the holistic health program isn't what we thought it was. Like, whenever you graduate, you're not going to be having your own space and this and that like we thought. We've had our first graduates in the past couple months, and they're working in doctors' offices and just giving people charts and stuff like that. And I was like, heck yeah, because if I would have stayed and like I wouldn't have known that, you know. And if I did a while after, I would have left, but I would have owed a bunch of debt. So I was like, yeah, everything happens for a reason. I'm not judging myself for stopping 6 months ago. Like, okay, like heck yeah. So then I started integrative healing arts, and the other day I was laying on the couch and I was like, yo, I never do this. I always try to find myself resting, but even when I am resting, my heart is going really fast. So my body needs healing. My body, my poor body, you know what I mean? And I've been so hard on myself. So I figured out I was being hard on myself, and the whole timeline, since I've become aware of things, I've never stopped and just stopped. I never just not did anything. Like, I have my own home now, you know? Me, my son, and my man, and I don't have to work. I haven't worked in so long, and I don't want to. I don't want to be doing something I don't want to do. And I want to be with my baby, Desi, and I want to help people, and I do help people, but I was being too hard on myself. Like, I need to go to school right now, so then I can generate this and that, and help more people, and learn, and all this knowledge I'm getting, and it's like non-stop from so many different sources, you know what I mean? Especially on social media, that's a really hard thing to not come across unless you unfollow people, which is something really necessary. But it overwhelms us. It's like, I know this and this and this person said that, like, what is truth and what isn't? We will only know what is truth when we start experimenting on ourselves, because truth is different for every person. What works for me won't work for you, maybe, and what works for you possibly won't work for me, you know what I mean? So I decided that I need to stop. Like I was saying, I was laying on the couch the other day and I was like, yo, I'm overwhelmed. I gotta read 2 books, study 2 religions, do all these assignments, take care of my son, and take care of myself. I need to regulate my nervous system. I need to cycle sync. Like, I've been cycle syncing this year, and I feel like so different. And last year I was all over the place, and I made so many big decisions while in my inner autumn phase before my period. And I didn't even know that I was making those big decisions because I was really emotional, and I just wanted something to happen because I was so emotional, and I thought something outside of me happening would make me feel better, not knowing it was just because my hormones weren't supporting me. You know what I mean? But now I know these things, so I'm like, yes, ma'am, I love myself, and I can love myself because I'm learning myself. So I decided I need to take as long as it takes to learn myself, and what's for me will be for me. And those people that need light or love me and guidance and want to be friends and just, you know, will show in my timeline. And I was watching Monsters University solely, and Mike Wazowski went to Monsters University to be scarers. At the end, they didn't end up going to the university, got kicked out, but they got a freaking help wanted ad in the newspaper so they can work in the freaking mailroom. And years went by and they made their way up, and there was a tryout to be a scarer, and they freaking got it, and they ended up being the team. And I just was like, you know what, there's so many paths to take to get to one destination. I do not need to be putting myself through all this stress to get where I want to be, because I actually am where I want to be. I want to be helping people. I want to have my own space. I want to be around nature. I want my fruit and my family and the opportunity to do what I want. I'm blessed. And it's like, I know they're like, oh, you're so young, you should do it and get it over with. Like, I'm so young. Well, let me be in my youngness. Like, let me be. And what happens. I want to build up my body. I want to take care of my body, because what if I go to school and spend all this time in school to help people and everything for these next 3 years, but my body still needs regulating, my heart's always going fast, and then one day I just croak because I was neglecting my body. Like, no, I want to learn my body so then my mind and my spirit could be balanced. And I want to learn my mind so my body and spirit could be balanced. I want to learn my spirit so my mind and body could be balanced. That's how it works. Everything else can come last. Because I need to put me first and not these worldly titles and possessions and just all these things that society and our family and everybody thinks we need to have or should do. All that can come last because I need to come first. I need to come first, and I can't help people unless I help myself. Although I have been helping people and this and that, I have a long ways to go. A long ways to go. And I'm excited for it. I am so excited for it, but I need to relax and take care of me. So what I'm going to be doing is exactly what I have been doing. Posting on my social media, growing my accounts, helping people in the ways I can for free, unless someone offers me tips, you know? Taking care of myself, my son, my family, connecting with the earth, and that's it. And I urge everybody to do that. Like, if you don't have to be working, don't. But do any of us really have to be doing anything? We don't. We can come up with 100 million reasons why you have to be doing something. Come up with 100 millions why you don't have to be doing something. Come on. If you don't like that job, quit it, find another one. If you don't like that school, quit it, find another one. Okay? Take at least a year for yourself. A fucking year to work on yourself, not to just bullshit. To work on yourself and figure yourself out. Okay? Doesn't mean grind mode every fucking day. Let's go on 5-mile runs and just like, like, no, let's cry. Let's hang out with the earth. Let's regulate our nervous system. Let's eat some fruit. Like, come on, let's dance. Let's journal. Let's just be in our femininity as a woman. And don't take no shit. I think that was pretty much it, though. Yeah. Thank you.